Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today we're gonna continue with OP07 showcase. This time we're showcasing a new OP07 list that we haven't showcased in our channel before, and this is gonna be Wano Country with Perona. You might be thinking, why are we playing Wano Country? Well, in OP07 we have a little new card here called Otama, which when we play Otama, we get to look at the top 5 and search for a lot of Wano cards. Combine that Otama with You Can Be My Samurai, and you end up with this deck that can just draw a bunch of cards, which ends up being really cool actually. So Otama lets us just search a lot of our Wano Country cards, which makes us so that we can consistently draw into this Ryuma, which ends up being really nice for us. And then we also have like Momo, for example, that can also search. So between these two cards, you're always going to see your Ryuma. Well, not always, but you're going to have a very high chance of seeing your Ryuma. Now, we don't have like a lot of Wano Country cards, so usually what you end up doing is that you end up like always picking You Can Be My Samurai, so that you can then draw into your actual big bombs with the Perona. Why is Perona all of a sudden potentially a good deck to play in OP07? Part of the reason is because we also have a lot of red purple law players, and we also got a new card in OP07, which is the A-Cast Sabo, which can let us KO 2 of the opponent's characters, which is really nice against red purple law players, because even if they have like a kid plus a 4-cost unit, you can use your literal ability to reduce that 4-cost to 3-cost, and then your Sabo can actually KO both units at once, right? So this is one of the benefits here, that you end up having this Sabo to just pop the opponent's unit. So by having this Wano Country engine, you end up having a lot of cards in your hand, and then by having stuff like Sabo and Gecko Moria and even Stussy, you're able to just control the opponent's boards and be able to remove their units as he goes. So let's kind of go through the rest of the deck list here now that we kind of get an idea of how this deck is going to work, right? At the end of the day, you're going to just be using your literal ability to rest their units and be able to clear their board, or just discount it by 1 for free to set up for a Ryuma or a Sabo to be able to KO their units. So it's kind of like a deck that likes to control the opponent's board. Don't attack a lot into their life. You actually going to be like starving them a lot of times until you can have all of these big 9k bodies on the field to then start attacking into them. So it's a deck that's more board control and just slowly plays to kind of get to that win condition, especially because once you have just big 9k bodies on the field, it's very hard for the opponent to hide behind blockers when Perona can always rest their blockers as well. So that's what Perona does here, and why you might see her a lot in OP07. We are playing 2 Hiyoris here, and sometimes I think I should go to more than that, but it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard for me to figure out what else to cut. The benefit with Hiyori is that it lets you play Gecko, grab the Hiyori from your trash, right? And then you can activate You Can Be My Samurai, resting the Hiyori, and even resting your Gecko if you're not worried about the opponent swinging back into them. And then you can use the Hiyori to play a Ryuma from your hand. If you play the Gecko, you could play Hiyori plus like something like one-legged toy soldier, give something -3 cost, rest it, and then be able to play Hiyori into the Ryuma. That's the way that we're able to kind of activate some of these cards' abilities while still being able to play our Ryuma on the field. So it ends up being really nice there. So that's why I think I might go higher with Hiyori, because is searchable with your Momo and your Otama, and he also lets you just draw a card. Izou is just a standard 2k counter that we can search. Momo, just a search engine, and we can also hit it with our Otama or with another Momo, so that we have less chance of whiffing. Ryuma is kind of like the MVP of this deck, allowing us to KO any of the opponent's rested units that have 4 costs or less. So it's really nice because you can synergize it with your Ice Age to be able to literally KO like a 9-cost body. Like imagine a Yamato, you can play Ice Age, rest the Yamato, and then just play your Ryuma to just pop her, which ends up being really nice. Or again, you can always bring it back with your Gecko Moria to pop something if necessary. Otama, we talked about the power of her, just a searcher and a 2k, and just the perfect card for You Can Be My Samurai. The Tsuru is there as another 2k, but also it's a card that you can grab with your Gecko Moria, allowing you to be able to, like discount arrest the character that has 6 costs less to 4 to set up for a Ryuma to be able to actually kill it, which ends up being really nice in other situations. Or you can just play her for 1 cost and be able to rest something and then go from there. For Borsalinos, I think I like Borsalino a lot in the current meta, where we have a lot of Lushis and a lot of Gecko Morias running around. So it ends up being really nice with this Borsalino. You play him and you just can get a lot of value, and of course you can always bring him back with your Gecko as well. 4 Sabos to kind of let us fits our graveyard and fits our hand, because Perona doesn't have a good way to like fill your grave. So sometimes you might want to have stuff like Hiyori, or you might want to have stuff like Ryuma in your trash, and Sabo kind of lets you do that to then set up for a Gecko Moria. And he also protects your units from being KO, which is really nice. One-legged toy soldier allows us to just do -3 to the opponents, right? And the reason that it works really well in this deck compared to something like Helmeppo is because we can play the legged toy soldier, and then we can use You Can Be My Samurai, and then you can also just send it send it to the trash after you do that, right? So it can be really nice. It also is nice synergy with our Sabo here, because on a 10 down turn we can play one-legged toy soldier to get something that has 8 costs down to 5 costs, and then still have 8 down left over to be able to play Sabo to be able to KO a 5 cost and something like 4 costs. It can also, of course, in combination with a little ability, allow us to KO an opponent's 9 cost unit, right? Sabo really just ends up doing so much. Gecko, no explanation needed for Gecko, right? Gecko is a little bit more accurate in this deck compared to other black decks. For the most part, again, your best combo is that if you ever really have a Ryuma in your hand, is bringing your Hiyori from the trash and then be able to do that. But sometimes you can just play the Ryuma straight up with your Gecko as well. That's not bad in a lot of situations. Just be careful that, remember, this is an on-play ability, right? And this is also an on-play ability. So you have to, like, you cannot, if the opponent's unit is not already rested, you're not going to be able to get the discount with Tsuru, rested with Perona, and then play Ryuma, right? The moment that you bring the Ryuma back with your Gecko, you're going to not be able to rest something with Perona. So you either already have the unit rested before you do the Gecko Ryuma combo, or you play something else like one-legged toy soldier to discount it, rest it with the Perona, and then go with your Gecko, grab Ryuma, and then instead you grab something like an Otama and just KO the opponent's rested unit that way. I like Stussy a lot, specifically against stuff like Enel, allowing me to get rid of their big Yamatos, their big, like, you know, Ace, without having to invest anything else aside from just a unit on the field, which, because we play Otama and Momonosuke, a lot of times we have the card that we don't mind trashing with Stussy. We are playing 3 Sabos. If you want to go to 4 Sabo, I recommend you cutting 1 Stussy, so then go 1 Stussy and 4 Sabos. Sabos is just really good. Again, lets us KO the opponent red purple lot players, really weak against Sabo, and Sabo in combination with Ice Age can be really nasty as well, allowing us to kind of KO the opponent's board, which is really nice. You Can Be My Samurai is part of the reason why this whole engine works, and then Ice Age is really important because it's a nice way for just 1 cost to discount like even a 10 drop down to a 5 drop to settle for the Sabo. So that's kind of the deck list here. I do think I haven't found myself whiffing too much, even though we don't play that many Wano cards, right? I haven't found myself whiffing too much, but there could be room to play more Wano country cards, like maybe more Hiyoris, because a lot of times I find myself not having a Hiyori on the trash, which makes it awkward to set up for the Ryuma stuff. Otherwise, I feel pretty nice about this deck list. Yeah, I was trying some other random stuff, but like this is what I ended up settling on. I think it felt really nice. It's just a little bit inconsistent sometimes because you are relying on getting these big bombs, and there have been games where sometimes I don't draw the big bombs even after playing like You Can Be My Samurai multiple times. So that's the only inconsistency sometimes. So that's why the Sabo and this You Can Be My Samurai is so important, because it just lets you at least draw into one of these 3 big bombs that you can play down against the opponent. But anyways, enough of me rambling. Today we're gonna have 3 games. We're gonna have 1 game against Enel and 2 games against Black Yellow Luffy. So very grindy matchups against Yellow. So I hope that you enjoy the games, and if you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy the game. In this match, we're going against Enel. I like going second. We have Gecko, we have Ryuma. I think I want to keep this hand even if I don't have my searchers. Yeah, even if I don't have my searchers, I think this is okay. Yeah, we'll pass. Opponent's probably just gonna, I guess, try to starve us out, maybe? I don't know. Like, what do you do as an NL player in this matchup? I actually don't know. They're just gonna put themselves a trigger on their life? Like, are you supposed to be starving us here? I actually don't know. I mean, I'm down to take this hit, because if I take this hit, it means that the Ryuma doesn't die to the Gedatsu. So you want to take the first hit and go down to 3, so that your Ryuma is no longer vulnerable to Gedatsu, right? Opponent obviously has some sort of trigger here. think I'm down to just like take it out of their hand right now. I guess if it's something more annoying, like if it's a card that's gonna get played, then I don't have to wait. I mean, I can just go here, right? Force him to give me the 1k. Okay, so he actually took it. Okay, so it's just a Shirahoshi. Alright, I thought it was gonna be something more important than that. Do I want to go Ryuma on her right now? Or do I want to say Ryuma for something more important? I mean, having the Ryuma on the field is really good, right? So I think I'm just gonna go for the Ryuma. Just have another attacker, start developing my board. Eventually, when the Ryuma dies, we can bring it back with the Gecko. Yeah, we'll rest this girl here. It doesn't matter, right? It's just getting value from Ryuma, at least. We do need a second one, though, because, I mean, the Ice Age is good. I need to draw into You Can Be My Samurai. So that's the other benefit of playing the Ryuma here, is that if I find that You Can Be My Samurai, I can play it next turn with the Otama and the Ryuma and rest them both. Honestly, let's start putting stuff down into the trash. Now that we have the one-legged toy soldier, that can be decent. I need to have Hiyori though in my trash, right? The Hiyori is what allows me to be able to get value. So the opponents is gonna just take their own life here. I guess they have another. Yeah, I guess they're gonna just try to get themselves onto 1. They're gonna be at 7 next turn. That's interesting that they went for it this way. We have another Ryuma here. That's the Hiyori. So, oh man, but we also have You Can Be My Samurai. Hiyori is just so good because he allows me to actually have this Ryuma to pop anything that the opponent plays. But I think we're gonna play the long game here anyways. So I think I'm gonna play You Can Be My Samurai, right? And maybe we just pop that second Ryuma down. Yeah, we go like this. We'll go here. We'll take them down to 1 if the opponent lets it. They will. They play Frankie. So I guess I should have attacked first, by the way, before I rest it. So that's my mistake, too. I forgot to attack first before I rested it. Yeah, I could have attacked first. That was my mistake. I forgot about Frankie, right? Because the opponent reordered their life, so they wanted to take that hit. Oh, no, they didn't reorder their life, but, like, you know. They play Flampe, no Machino. So that's a little bit annoying. But I guess if the opponent lets... If the opponent kills the Ryuma, that's fine. It makes my Gecko better for next turn. Yeah, if they kill Ryuma here, it makes my Gecko better. They can kill the Otama with the Shirahoshi. So I can go ahead and play Otama and Ryuma and pop their Frankie anyways. But definitely just messed up, right? Messed up my sequence of attacks there. Ooh. Ooh. I'll go down to 2. Yeah, I'll go down to 2. Maybe they don't kill the Ryuma here. Maybe they understand that if they try to kill... Okay, well, never mind. Yeah, I mean, they even killed it with a Frankie, so I just get to kill it for free. Unfortunately, we cannot... Like, if the opponent... Okay, they're gonna just KO the second one. You have to do it. Yeah, like if I'm the opponent, you have to just do it here, right? Which tells me I might honestly just play Sabo. Interesting. Interesting. So the awkward part now, right, is that for me to KO this Luffy, I will have to... There's no way for me to do it. I want to develop a big body. So, like, do we actually care about this Luffy? Like, maybe we just actually go ahead and play Otama and Ryuma. We attack for 5, attack for 6, but that gives the opponent the Luffy to be able to attack into us and still be able to use his ability after. Which, again, I don't know that I care. I think I'm okay with that. I think it's too good to play Gecko here. Yeah, I think playing Gecko here is way too good. So we'll attack for 5 here. If the opponent takes that, then we'll attack for 6 and force a 2k out of their hand. If they don't take this, then we can just leave our Ryuma just standing up. Okay. So since the opponent did that, we can just leave the Ryuma standing up. And yeah, we'll go like this. And we'll play this as active. Play this as rested. And yeah, we'll just activate this. Which we could have gotten rid of Shirahoshi, by the way. I did forget about the Shirahoshi. Let's do You Can Be My Samurai. Yeah, we could have killed the Shirahoshi there by doing the -1 on her. I keep forgetting that I need to get things to 4 costs, right? So I'm still kind of learning this deck with you guys. So my apologies for that. But like, yeah, they can attack into my life here. They can play Yamato, I guess. They cannot play Ace, right? And then next up we can have Stussy. The problem is that now, because I left the Shirahoshi alive, opponent can actually kill the Otama, which gets rid of my beautiful Stussy target. Yeah, so they're gonna go here. I'm gonna give them this. I'm gonna force you to attack into it. Because what I can do is that I can go Yuma Samurai and then Stussy if the opponent doesn't kill the Otama. My guess is that they're gonna attack with this Luffy and be able to KO one of these, right? And they probably want to play Yamato, and Yamato can kill the Otama anyways. So if they play the Yamato to kill the Otama, then they still get value there. We can counter this with a 2. Yeah, yeah. So this is telegraphed now, right? Yeah, so we'll go here. Has to be Stussy. Ooh. Ooh. I don't want to go that low. Is that a Karakuri then? I guess it's gonna be Karakuri instead. If it's gonna be Karakuri instead. Interesting. Karakuri, put the Luffy, KO one of my 4 drops. Maybe interesting. You keep the Yamato to when you go down to 0. And I'm risking this. Because the problem is Ace, right? Going down to 1 is risky. Going down to 1 is super risky. Okay, they're just gonna use it right now. So they're gonna go Karakuri on the Shirahoshi instead. Right? I guess they could play the 7-cost Ace. Oh, they're gonna do it on the Gecko. They're gonna do it on the Gecko. We could go Ryuma. We can go Ice Age, Ryuma. I want to play Sabo. If we're gonna do that, I want to play Sabo. So I guess I won't use the You're My Samurai this turn. I'm just gonna go here. So we're gonna go Ice Age, rest it, pop it, and play Sabo, right? I guess if the opponent has a way to kill this, then that's gonna be a problem. So we should have rested it first. Okay, well, Alright, so yeah, we'll go like this. We'll go Ice Age. We'll rest it. We'll go here. We'll go Sabo. We'll keep that second Ice Age. I still want to keep the Stussy. Maybe we don't have room to play a second Sabo. That's so interesting. So if they play Ace here, I'm still fine. Because we can go Stussy to kill it. And now we start having this board, right? That we can just continue attacking into them. Yamato doesn't kill anything, not even the Otama. The opponent still has 9 cards, but we're also gonna draw a lot here. We have a Gecko that we're gonna draw eventually. This stops their 6-cost spell from also killing us, which is good. If we find Hiyori, by the way, we know we bottom deck one, right? But Hiyori with Gecko doesn't really matter anymore, I guess, because we already have the Ryumas in the... We have to also find the 4th Ryuma. Okay. Do I care? Benefit here is that, I mean... This is a Yamato then, right? Yeah, this is a Yamato. Okay, so you heal back up. It's just Stussy, right? It's just Stussy. Is it actually Stussy? I think it is. I think it is. It's also a big 9k body on the field. That's going to set us up for next turn. We can go Otama into Stussy. Opponent counter out of that. We'll go here. Okay. I'm down to attack with Sabo. I'm actually so down to attack with Sabo. Just eat up a 2k out of their hand. They take this? Okay, well, since they went for it that way, we don't need to attack with Sabo anymore. Seeing those geckos go away is a problem. Yeah, we'll go like this. And we'll set up for next turn. With the Ice Age, it makes our Sabo like really good, right? So the Sabo can KO anything. So we can get rid of the Ace with the Sabo plus Ice Age combo. So that's one Yamato down, one Karakuri down. The opponent still has another Yamato, still has other aces, etc, etc. So this is going to be a while before we get anything down. We can bring that Gecko further to the top by cycling with Momo. Just a long game. I just need to start, like, I need to start developing these 9k bodies, right? Opponent got rid of one with the Gecko, and this is only our second one that we play. Once we have these 9k bodies, it's a lot harder for the opponent to react to them. Or to deal with them, sorry. They're even playing the 5-cost Sabo, which is interesting as well. A second Yamato. If the opponent plays a second Yamato, are we just popping it with Sabo? We could without playing Ice Age, actually. Yeah, we could pop it without playing the Ice Age. Yeah, so that's a second Yamato. We could go Toy Soldier, get it down to 6, go here to get it down to 5, and then we go... But that feels like such a waste. That feels like a waste. I really wanted to keep this Momo. I think I'm just gonna go here. Because I do have to trash a card here, right? For me to play this Sabo. Yeah, so they go for here. I mean, I guess we have another Ice Age, right? So, because of the second Ice Age, maybe I don't mind going for that play of Ice Age plus Sabo. There's a chance that I rested 2 Ryumas, by the way. Like maybe we go like this. I'm gonna play Sabo. I'm gonna play Sabo no matter what. But maybe there's another unit that the opponent gets from trigger that allows me to like just get value. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're no longer doing the you're the samurai then. All right. Just let the opponent give me all their 2Ks. Maybe we don't take them down to 1. Maybe we just like that way they're ace, so their 10 cost ace is gonna heal them to 3, which means that they won't have the rush. Yeah, you know what? Let's go like this. Let's go like this, right? We'll go here, and we'll go here. We'll trash Momo. Maybe not the Momo, because the Momo, I need the Momo to search with, right? Maybe we trash this. So that way, the opponent cannot, like, if the opponent plays their 6 mana Kingdom Come, it takes them down to 1, right? The Kingdom Come is not just no downside. Their ace doesn't have rush if they heal to 3. It does allow their Yamato, if they have a 3rd Yamato, it allows them to KO one of the Ryumas now. Which I guess is going to be a little bit annoying, but not impossible for us to deal with. And they gave us a lot of 2Ks that turn, right? A lot of 2Ks. And now we have 2 9K bodies on the field. So that's telling me, that smells to me like a Karakuri. So that smells to me like a Karakuri. So we just save this, right? Yeah, we just save this and the opponent plays Kara. And that's just gonna heal me back up. I think it's time for me to start attacking into them though, regardless, right? Like, am I missing something here? I mean, I guess I don't have a lot of other 9 cost bodies. If I attack for 7, I have so much Dawn available. Like, we just go 7 here. I guess the triggers, right? The triggers are the problem now. Aligned into KO one of my units. Okay, so they gave me 2 cards here. We're gonna go 7 one more time. They take it. 7, 8, 9, 9, and 10. If I go 7 one more time, opponent can counter out of it. If I go 9 and the opponent gets ace, they just get to heal back up. I like the 7. I like the 7 and just force the opponent to choose. Let's make them force. Let's force them to counter here, right? Okay, so they counter here, right? So what I can actually do now is that I can go Ice Age. We can rest this, right? And this is, we can go for 10. And we can go here. That's not a bad draw, but maybe we just grab the 2K here. And we just chill. I guess Ace is annoying here. Ace lets him heal back up to 2. So Ace lets him heal back up to 2, but the opponent now is down to just 1 card. So that's not an Ace, so this has to be a Yamato, which lets them KO the Ryuma. So Yamato lets them KO the Ryuma. But I just need to attack, right? Like, I just need to attack with everything. Yeah, so you play Yamato, you KO the Ryuma, you go back to 2. Okay, you have 1 card in your hand. So we just go 7. You didn't hit a trigger, right? So now we just go 9. Didn't hit a trigger. Oh, they hit the Shirahoshi. Okay, but you still need to give me trash one car and trash another car. No, they need to trash 3 cars. So, because one of them needs to be for their life. This is the Raigo. I'm losing to a beige, right? I'm losing to a beige here. So I am kind of losing to a beige. So I'm gonna go ahead and attack for 9 here. And then 11, and that should be the game. I'm also losing to, I guess, a 4th. Okay, they didn't get it. And then we just go like this, 4-11, and that should be enough. There's a couple of triggers I would have lost there. I would have lost to another trigger of those, right? I would have lost to another, you're the one who should disappear, because it lets them get another life. But like, you just have to play it slow. You have to play it slow and then slowly grind them out. Fortunately, your opponent didn't find the aces until later on. And again, the fact that we also kind of play against Raigo that one turn, I think helped us out as well. So in this match, we're gonna against Luffy. Okay. I think I want to find my searchers here. I mean, the Ryuma is good, but I don't think the Ryuma is doing anything. I do like having these big bodies, but I think I need to find like more like resources, right? Like, you can be my samurai is really good, Momo is really good, and then eventually we'll just set up. Now, because I don't have any new big bodies, so that could be a problem, right? Okay. I'll play the Momo now. I'll play the Momo now, and I'll just get my Otama. Let's go here. Yeah, let's go like this. Like, I need to just kind of starve them out a little bit. Right, I need to just starve them out for a bit before I do my stuff and just find my big body stuff. Let's go Izou instead of the Ryuma. I already have a Ryuma in my hand, so I don't think I need it. I'm gonna put it on the top here so that I can draw into it again. And we'll go Hiyori or Momo. I mean, both are pretty good because the Momo can get me. I might regret not having this Hiyori though. Let's go Momo. And then we can go, you can be my samurai here. And then we can play another Otama. And then we can go another, you can be my samurai. Yeah, I'm just cycling to my deck right now. That's the only downside. I don't want to, I want to starve them out until I can have my big bodies on the field. Yeah, you can get rid of the Otama all that you want and just gonna continue chilling here. Just continue building my hand up. We have the Ice Age, which allows me to be able to deal with like a 10-cost Kusan. Now, the only downside here, obviously, okay, the opponent got to rearrange their lives, so they're gonna be able to get a potential trigger, potential little kid here. The only downside here, obviously, is all this searching with the Momo is bottom decking a lot of like my big bodies, right? So the opponent kept that card, like they reordered it, but they didn't. Interesting. Let's go here first. Do I even care about resting that Mac, you know? It's like, that's the thing I don't know. Like, I don't even know if it's worth it to actually rest it. Question here. Okay, so the opponent sets 5. We can play Sabo now. Or we can play double Momo and just continue searching cards. I don't mind it. Yeah, I don't mind this at all, right? Yeah, we'll go like this. And at this point, we have pretty much cycled through our whole deck. We are 8 next turn, so we have plenty of things that we can do. I'm assuming that the opponent has like something here, right? That like they when they rearranged it, like, did you really not get any of your big hits on the top of your life? So they go Sabo. They go Hiyori, so they take it. Now they can put something on the top, which is probably going to be the Sabo. Yeah, they're going to go for the Sabo, do their shenanigans here, and they can start cycling the Sabos over and over again. If they're not careful, this A-cost Sabo could actually punish them. I wish I had a Gecko. Gecko would have been nice here. Start setting up that big body. So they get a Luffy. Like, do I even want to kill that Sabo right now? Like, I could try to kill that Sabo, but I don't think that's worth it. Like, I think we literally just go here. Yeah, this is our Gecko now. So we can go ahead and search here too. Is it time to get Hiyori? No, I think it's here. We'll attack it for sit so the opponent cannot just block for free. And then we'll go here. At this point, we can throw the Ryuma down. And Borsalino, maybe? Yeah, let's go like this. Because the problem that they have is that if they go to 0 life, I can always rest their blocker. So the opponent needs to have multiple Sabos here for them to have a chance to combat us. Yeah, so they do get the second Sabo, right? So now with the double Sabos, it means that my Sabo here is not really useful. But we can just develop a Borsalino and a Otama next turn. We don't need to try to KO their stuff. We can just continue developing our board. Because there's going to be a turn where they might not be able to play all these Sabos out, which can set us up for like this to go through. And they have to keep giving me these 2k counters to be able to like take cards from their life. I guess eventually they find the Luffy, and that will be annoying. Do I want to save that? I could save it. Is it worth it? I don't know that it's worth it. Yeah, I don't know that it's worth it. We'll go ahead and play the last You Can Be My Samurai, I guess, and just play Gecko. Yeah, we'll go like this. We'll play Gecko. We'll play this. And we'll play this over this and get myself a Hiyori. We can play another Otama too if we wanted to, but I think at this point we can keep her as a 2k counter and we'll just pass. And now we have a big 9k body in the field, and again, opponent has to play another Sabo for them to keep their Sabos alive against my thing here. Because now we have these Sabos. I have 14 cards. How do I have 14 cards? If they don't find another Sabo, we can actually KO these both. They get Luffy. I guess KOing them right now, I mean, it does do something because it gives us another 9k body, and if we leave the opponent at 2 life, they still cannot just play the Sabos out next turn, right? And we just have to develop enough of these bodies. Yeah, so the opponent didn't have the way to do it. So we go here, and we just need to get one of these to 3, which is going to be... I guess we can go here, right? There's no reason for me to do anything else. Yeah, because we don't have a toy soldier in the trash just yet. Tsuru kind of does the same thing, right? So we just go like this. We'll go here. This is 3. This is 5, right? So the Sabo will kill them both. And I will trash the Ryuma. KO them both. We'll rest this. We'll attack into it. Now you might be thinking, Sirturmund, you can just attack into their life. No. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the opponent to have to actually take their own to life before we start attacking into them. We can start attacking next turn, right? Now that we have 2 9k bodies on the field, we can start attacking into them next on the next attack. But I didn't need to do it in that turn. Because the less 2ks they have in their hand, the better it is for us, right? Like, they don't have their leader ability right now. Because they're not at 0 life. So they have to find a way to get rid of those 2 cards in their life before they can actually get value. Like, they could play their Gecko here, and their Gecko is not doing anything. And we still have 12 cards in our hand. So this is the thing about Green versus Black Yellow Luffy. Just starve them out. Just starve them out until you develop a big enough board that the opponent literally cannot do anything about. They didn't find the third Sabo. It would have been a little bit awkward if the opponent had 3 of the Sabos, right? Like, that would have made it awkward. So there you go. They have to give me a 2k counter to take a life. Right? Then they have to play another 2 Dawn or another Makino to do the same thing again. Yeah, okay, so Hiyori this time. Now they can go for their Sabo. Now they do have the 5 Dawn available. You put a life back? Okay, I guess you have the Luffy already. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Because that means you're gonna leave 1 card in your life just standing up. Okay, so they don't care about that Sabo. That makes sense. Sure. Yeah, sure. So, what's the play here then? Do we go all in now? Or do we wait 1 more turn? 4 cards in their hand. 4 cards in their hand, and they're not gonna have a blocker. So, we go Ice Age, rest the Sabo. We have 9 Dawn, so we can go 9, 13. So the 13 is forcing 3 cards on their hand. Yeah, I guess we just go for it. I don't think the opponent's gonna have all the value. Yeah, we go like this. We rest it. We go 4. 13. So that's gonna be 3 cards. Okay. Okay, well, I mean, if you don't have it, you don't have it. That's gonna be the whole hand now. So this has to be their whole hand. And they don't have it, right? Because they kept the geckos. Which makes sense, right? Keeping the gecko makes a lot of sense, especially since she trashed one earlier. But that's all that we had to wait for. Which, again, is what makes this deck so good against Black Yellow Luffy. And what also makes Bonnie so good. That you can just continuously just rest their blockers. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Black Yellow Luffy. We have the Ryuma. We don't have any searchers though. Like, do I actually care about having Ryuma this early? Because the opponent's gonna probably just play their Sabos. Like, I think I'd rather have the Otama. Yeah, like, I think I'd rather have my searchers and just try to get stuff early on. Yeah, like, now we can grab it, right? Now we can just grab it and just set up here. I'm gonna play the slow game here and let the opponent, like, have to get there themselves, right? Ooh, I'll grab another Momo. Yeah, I'll grab another Momo here. And this that you can be my Samurai. We can also just go Otama again. I guess you can be my Samurai just lets me draw more. Yeah, let's go for you can be my Samurai. I should be organizing the cards that I sent to the bottom, by the way, because it's a good chance we're going to redraw into them. So what I want to do in this game is just kind of play it slow until we get to, like, our big bombs, right? They went for a Thunderbolt there? That's actually crazy, to be honest. Yeah, that's actually crazy to me. Yeah, we'll just go like this. And, do I want to throw the second Ryuma away? Probably not, right? I could throw Ice Age away. I guess what I can do actually is let's put the Toy Soldier down, right? Yeah, let's put the Toy Soldier down, and we'll just go from this. I guess they use the Thunderbolt, obviously, to try to get their life smaller, etc. Okay. Ooh, that's a nice Sabo. That is indeed a nice Sabo. Let's go here. Okay. I guess we can start. No, we don't want to start attacking just yet. The opponent's gonna start playing their Sabos here soon, etc. Right? But I mean, I just want to develop my bodies first before we start doing our stuff. The great thing here is that we can go Ryuma plus Sabo and Ice Age anytime to KO one of their stuff. The problem is that the cards that the opponent's gonna have is gonna be like Sabos and shit, right? Yeah, that's fine. I guess we need to start attacking here shortly. We go Gecko. If we go Gecko, we can drop Ryuma and Momo and then rest them both and draw. I think I'm fine with this. Yeah, let's go here. I guess honestly, I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna bring this one standing up. I guess it's the same, right? I guess we'll just go like this, right? Cool. I guess we'll pass for now. We have 11 cards. Once I have my bodies on the field, I can start like just attacking into them, right? So like, yeah, that sucks, but we can always kill that with our Ice Age, right? So Ice Age into Sabo, I guess. Or we can go Ice Age into Ryuma. We need one more, right? We need one more card to do that. No, let's go Ice Age into Sabo. Yeah, let's go Ice Age into Sabo. So we can go like this. And we'll draw this. We'll go Ice Age, right? And then we'll play the Sabo. We'll trash the Hiyori. Three. We still have a little bit more before we start attacking, I think. I mean, I guess I can attack here for 9, to be honest. But then the opponent's gonna attack into my Gecko. Opponent's gonna have 2 cards. Let's leave them at 2. Let's leave them at 2. I think them being at 2 can potentially be a danger now. Like, they have to still put a lot here, right? They have to still give me a lot. Like, they have to give me 2 2K counters to get to 0. They have no other kids in their trash, right? So it's not like they're getting a lot of body from them either. Yeah, you get your Sabo, but we have 2 9K bodies on the field, and we can always rest your Sabo anytime we want, right? Like, even though we're not killing them here, the Sabo, being able to rest their Sabo is huge. Yeah, now what? You only get 1. Yeah, so now the opponent's gonna be... So this is the turn where we have to just go all in and kill them. Or at least eat up a lot of Dawn from them. Oh, that's a nice blocker. Okay, so they get 2 blockers here. So that's why they wanted to do it that way. I mean, we can rest one blocker, rest the other one, and still go all in, right? So we can rest one blocker, rest the other one, and it still be okay. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I feel like I need to... So 3, 4, 5. We have 5 done left. We can go 11, 11. Maybe we don't play... Maybe we don't actually play the You Can Be My Samurai here, though. Maybe that's gonna be the game plan. We can save that for later. Yeah, so we go like this. Rest this bad boy, right? We're gonna attack it for 5. See what the opponent cannot counter, right? You cannot counter and try to save this. We can go Tsuru here. And we can rest this, right? And I'm down to attack it for 6 as well. See if the opponent gives me any counters. Yeah, they cannot give me any counters because the opponent knows they need to beat this. So 9. And this is going to force 2 cards. Or actually, they are 7. So this is going to force... Yeah, okay. I actually thought... I forgot that we're only at 7 and not at 9. So, yeah, this is even better now because I can just go like this. And the opponent shouldn't have a way to stop this. They can survive, but they're going to have nothing else after that, right? So, GG's. That's the benefit of Perona and same thing with Bonnie against Black Yellow Luffy. You can just consistently rest their blockers. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoyed today's games. I think it's pretty straightforward, right? I mean, the yellow matchup against Enel was a little bit weird, in my opinion. But you just try to develop these bodies. We kind of saw the value of Ice Age. We saw the value of Stussy there. Just being able to remove their big bodies efficiently is why we played these cards, right? So that's how you're going to play. You're going to play slow, and eventually you have enough big bodies that you can start eating up into their life and eating up into their hand size, as you literally saw in the game that we saw there against Enel. It was a long one, but we got there. Against Black Yellow Luffy, you just starved it. You just don't attack at all. And eventually they have to use enough of their 2k counters, right? If they don't find the Luffy, to actually get to their 0 life. And even when they get to 0 life, they're never safe, because as you saw in the games, you can just rest their blocker, and if you have some of these 9k bodies in the field, you just have some big attack that the opponent probably would not be able to counter out of, right? So in those matchups, you want to just slowly build up your board and then set up to just, when they go to 0, you rest their blockers and you screw them up, right? If they play that Tenka's Kusan, Stussy can get rid of it, or you can just go Ice Age and something like Sabo, or Ice Age plus Tsuru, rested, and then Ryuma to be able to just kill it as well. So it's hard. They're not able to play both Kusan and a Sabo, a 5-cost Sabo at the same turn. So that's what makes it interesting, because once they commit to the Tenka's Kusan, it's not hard for you to be able to kill it. So just kind of keep that in mind as you saw in the game today. But anyways, that's going to be it for us for today. I hope that you enjoyed today's games. We have another video with Perona coming out tomorrow. So if you like today's game, make sure to like the below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you all again tomorrow. You can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund, we stream every now and then, and you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again later.